needed it.
Yes, welcome back.
Long time no see.
Yeah. All right, welcome back here, guys. We're at 149 pounds. Yianni is fresh off national championship. Congratulations, his third straight. Let's go ahead and start with questions with Mark, and we'll circle back.
Yianni, congratulations. I noticed tonight you were shooting everything below the knee. Was that a game plan coming in?
You know, he's real tall and lanky, but he sprawls really hard, right? So if you noticed, the shots I got extended on, I'm missing low, right? And a guy who's tall like that, you don't want to get stuck underneath him. There's a lot of leverage points they have access to that you don't, right? So I don't know if it's much of a game plan thing as it is just kind of a, an understanding of the sport, right? You know what positions you can control against certain guys.
And he wasn't able to use his hips when you were down there.
No, right? If I got your knee and ankle tied up, going leg lace and freestyle, there's not a lot you can do defensively.
So what is that?
So 2018, it comes down to like a last 30-second, situation with Bryce Meredith in Pittsburgh against McKenna. It comes down to a video review, and you win both those matches. They're close. This is total gas pedal, and you went completely. You dominated. It was never in doubt, right? There was none of those situations. How much better do you think you are from those two titles to now?
Substantially better, and it's because of those matches with Bryce Meredith and Joey that I got to this point, right? There's wrestling capitalism is what my dad and I call it, where you get better, someone else gets better, now you got to catch up to them, right? And playing that game's helped me elevate my game, regardless of who it's against. I'm always trying to catch up to the guy in front of me, and thanks to that, you can open the gap on the guys behind you too.
It's been 2 years on the sidelines. Does this one feel maybe a little more special just because there's been 2 years on the sidelines?
Yeah, and it's not anyone's fault, but kind of feels like people forget about you sometimes, right? Not just me, the team. We're a top 10, top 5 team in the country every year, and all of a sudden COVID happens, take another year off because stuff gets canceled, and it's like people forget how good of a team we're a part of. So we're back, we're here to stay, and hopefully it stays that way.
Let's go to Kyle.
How much different has the field been with the new coaching staff?
They're amazing. Mike he's always been my guy. Callan and Donnie might be my 2 best training partners. They push me so much, and they introduced just a completely different view of the sport, right? Donnie came from NC State, very different athletes, very different system than what they do at Cornell. Callan came from Michigan. They're doing really well this year, so it's a lot of different perspectives. And then you have Gwiz, who's been amazing for the big guys. John Lowe went from, being in and out of the lineup, maybe a backup behind Max Dean, to being an All-American. And, obviously the guys before, they helped get to this point, but, I'm incredibly happy with our new staff, and I think that with this group of guys and this staff, we can get to that team title contention.
Let's go to the back row.
Hey, Yianni, Jimmy Northern, Matt Slap, Long Island, New York. Very fortunate. I've watched you win 4 state titles, now 3 NCAA titles. You've become the model of consistency. Let me ask you a question. Looks like 149 is agreeing with you. How do you feel moving up a weight? Is it working out well for you?
Yeah, these guys are bigger. These Saturday night matches when I'm still, 154, 155, maybe they're a little bigger, but, at this weight I can train really hard. I'm doing, from Christmas to the end of February, I was doing 2 a day every day, straight, pushing myself really hard. And not that everyone has to do that, but, training at this weight gives me the opportunity to get better, get faster, stronger, better skilled, better athlete. So, I'm really happy to be here.
Hello.
You become a model of consistency. You have 1 collegiate loss. Honestly, I've never seen you lose, and I hope that I never do, and I'm not sure that I will. But how do you maintain that? And I think your opponents are starting to feel that on the other side of the coin. What do you attribute that to?
It's kind of similar to a question that got asked earlier over here, was there's always someone better than me. Even the day I win, the gold medal, hopefully, there's going to be someone better than me. There's going to be someone I have to catch up to. So, you guys are calling it consistency. For me, it's a pursuit of improvement, development, right? And when you're constantly looking to improve, constantly growing, it can seem like, you're staying this much ahead, right?
So Kyle, Mark, and then Zeb.
You talked about your love of wrestling. Where does that love come from?
For me, you know, it's internal. My dad, he was my coach my whole life. He, you know, tells stories about how I was trying to leave to go to practice an hour early, and you know, I watch film all the time in my spare time. It's just, it's as much of a hobby and a passion and something I love as it is a sport that I do. Right? You know, the day my wrestling career ends, I'm still gonna be sitting there watching matches, trying to learn new things because it's, you know, there's my competitive side where I want to win, I want to fight, and then, you know, on the other hand, this is art to me. It's something that I can learn about when I'm 90 years old. You know, it's always something that you can learn more about and try to get better at.
Yanni, last night when you were in here interviewing with us, you weren't happy about your performance last night. You let everybody know that you were not happy. Are you happier tonight? And you wrestled so well both nights in my eyes, but you feel it out there. You feel if you're off a little bit. Was tonight a little bit easier, and do you feel a little bit more proud of what you've done tonight than you did last night?
Yeah, this is definitely a step in the right direction. We had a close match in Vegas, Lovett and I. You know, I didn't wrestle as well as I could have, and you know, this match meant a lot to me. You know, I don't want to sound like that guy, but you don't ever want to let guys feel like they could have won. And I think that was what really bothered me about my match last night with Sammy. He's a really good, really skilled guy, and you know, I'm up 6-3 with a minute to go, and it felt like I wanted the match to be over, and that's wrong. It's so wrong. You know, you should never be looking at the clock. Well, how much time? You know what I mean? You should just be. If you look at this match, I'm faking. The first minute and the last minute look the same, and that's an indication of someone who's wrestling the whole time. They're, if anything, building, right? And I did it in this match. I didn't do it last night, and that was a big character flaw and something I'm really disappointed in. But thankfully, I had another match and was able to redeem it.
Wrap it up, Zeb.
Parting shot last night on the ESPN broadcast. Did you do what you said you needed to do?
Yeah, we got that all figured out. There was something missing, and we found it.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.